Good morning. Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu flags of strategic rural road project in Ikorodu to boost connectivity and trade. Minister of Education attributes UTME mass failure to effective anti-malpractice measures. On the foreign scene, Rwanda Foreign Minister announces action to receive deported immigrants from the United States. And in sport, Super Falcons set to face Cameroon in friendly match ahead 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has flagged off the construction of the Monsuru to Egbeyemi Alhaji to Agbaje Street road in Ikorodu, a 1.3 kilometers project aimed at improving rural infrastructure and driving local economic growth. Speaking at the ceremony, Special Advisor on Rural Development, Nuruddin Agbaje, described the project as a vital link that will connect residents to schools, markets, and opportunities. Agbaje urged the community to protect the project, noting that it is funded by taxpayers. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Kikelomo Bolariwa, confirmed that contractors will begin work next week. Also, community leaders and residents praised the governor's commitment to rural development and called for continued support in transforming Ikorodu. The road will feature full drainage channels, culverts, solar-powered streetlights, and clear lane markings, aligning with the Themes Plus agenda. Since the establishment of the mid-level agro-produce hub in Idioro Mushi and commencement of market operation, over 2 billion naira transaction value have been generated for small-scale farmers and agro-producers in minimizing post-harvest losses and improving the quality of their produce. Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abiola Olusonya, who stated this at the ongoing 2025 ministerial press briefing at Alausa to showcase the activities and programs of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in the last 2 years of his second term in office, said additional 3 mid-level agro-produce hubs are at various levels of construction at Agege, Abijo, and Okwebi. In the year under review, through the Food Bank Support Program, over 1 million households have received support through food bank interventions, while over 800,000 households benefited from food subsidy programs, cushioning vulnerable families against economic shocks. The administration's urban farming initiative also provided support for Lagosians, especially women, to establish household poultry, snail or vegetable farms, improving nutritional agency and creating alternative value chains that lessen resilience on expensive imported goods. According to Olusonya, the government provided 100 million naira agrithon grant to 26 young agripreneurs to enhance agricultural productivity and strengthen food security, while Phase 2 of the Lagos Central Food Security Systems and Logistics Hub under construction in Ekwe will soon be completed.
Entrepreneurs in the agricultural space towards enhancing agricultural innovation, the utilization of technology, and we have over 100 entrepreneurs now within the membership with the aim of inducting several more. And last year we had actually given out grants in about 100 million cash grants, which we provided to 26 of these businesses. And this, we are also collaborating with the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, which serves as a channel.
Olusonya stated that 15,000 agricultural produce traders across 57 local government and local council development areas of the state, including barracks, received 50,000 naira each under the Lagos Market Trader Money Program. Our correspondent Adiola Akindele quotes the commissioner as saying that through a $750 million facility secured from the World Bank for the NG Cares project by the federal government, Lagos State allocated $20 million for its implementation, aiming to provide economic relief and recovery support to identified vulnerable persons over a 24-month period. The Lagos State House of Assembly has called on the Commissioner for Police, Moshood Jimoh, and the State Neighborhood Watch to intensify surveillance efforts to safeguard food users or road users following increasing threats posed by miscreants on roads across the state. Lawmaker representing Koshofe Constituency 1, Ganiu Okonlawon, raised the issue during the plenary session under matter of urgent public importance. He decried the growing menace of miscreants who harass commuters, snatch belongings, and create fear across major roads in the state, warning that if the unlawful activities of these individuals are not curbed, this could render the state unsafe. Supporting the motion, other lawmakers in their contributions emphasized the need for security agencies to step up their patrols and surveillance, stressing that critical black spots across Lagos must be closely monitored. The lawmakers unanimously agreed on the need for heightened security measures to protect residents and commuters. In a separate development, Bolahon Yishao, representing Etiosa Constituency 2, emphasized the need for a quarterly review of the 2025 budget for improved accountability among ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs. Our correspondent Abiola Fabolagun reports that in response, the Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, directed the committees on budget and economic planning to handle the matter and report their findings to the House. Now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, says the high failure rate in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination is a clear evidence that the government's anti-malpractice measures are yielding results, especially within the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board system. His remarks come amid nationwide concern following JAMB's release of results showing that out of 1,955,069 candidates who sat for the 2025 UTME, only about 420,000 scored above 200. This means more than 78% failed to meet the 200 mark threshold. Alausa said that as part of broader reforms, both the West African Examinations Council WAEC and the National Examinations Council NECO will begin transitioning to computer-based testing by November, starting with objective papers. Ekiti State government has expressed support for President Bola Tinubu's initiative to implement an all-inclusive education system across the country. The Special Advisor on Special Education and Social Inclusion, Adito Agbola, said Ekiti would align with the federal government's plan to create a unified education system that catered to all students, regardless of their physical or social differences. Agbola spoke in Ado Ekiti during an event commemorating the International Albinism Awareness Day, which brought together over 300 persons with albinism from across the state. She stated that the administration would work to ensure students with special needs feel a sense of belonging, aligning with Governor Oyebanji's commitment to fostering inclusivity in the state education system. Agbola urged parents to regularly engage with their children's schools to discuss strategies for supporting their specific challenges, noting that collaboration between parents and educators was key to effective inclusion. Abia State government is set to begin enumeration of all houses and business outlets with the aim of bringing more residents and businesses into its tax net. Commissioner for Information, OK Kanu, said the enumeration would help the state to improve its internally generated revenue IGR from 40 billion naira to 120 billion naira by the end of the year. Kanu stated that the government will ensure equity in taxation and, more importantly, serve as a gateway for Abia people to access vital social services and also help secure the state against criminal activities. Now to foreign news. Rwanda's Foreign Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe says his country has entered discussions to receive immigrants deported from the United States less than a year after a similar plan with Britain fell through. The United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio said he was searching for more countries to take in people as the administration of President Donald Trump steps up efforts to deport immigrants who entered the U.S. without documents and other non-citizens. Rubio said the United States aimed to pay Rwanda to accept migrants with criminal records who have served their sentences in the U.S. and potentially integrate them into society with stipends and job assistance to discourage them from returning to the U.S. The efforts are in line with President Trump's crackdown on immigration, which started immediately after he took office for a second four-year term in January. In our sports, Super Falcons of Nigeria are set to take on the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon in a friendly ahead of the 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. The group will serve as part of the team's preparation for the biennial competition. The Super Falcons were last in action in a friendly against France last December, losing to Le Blues in a friendly match. The 9-time champions will face Botswana, Tunisia and Algeria in Group B in the competition, which will run from 5th to 26th of July in Morocco. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website, www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 18,000 teachers were trained under Eco Excel? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news from the highlights of the major stories, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has flagged off the construction of the Monsuru Egbeyemi Alhaja Agbaje Street Road in Ikorodu, a 1.3 kilometers project aimed at improving rural infrastructure and driving local economic growth. The Minister of Education, Tuji Alausa, said the high failure rate in the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination is clear evidence that the government's anti-malpractice measures are yielding results, especially within the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board system. Also told you that Rwanda's Foreign Minister, Olivier Nduhungirehe, confirmed that his country has entered discussions to receive immigrants deported from the United States less than a year after a similar plan with Britain fell through. And in sports, the Falcons of Nigeria are set to take on the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon in a friendly ahead of the 2025 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Mojid Ololade. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.